Howdy, I'm the
Grotto Goblin. There we go.
of the Goblin's Grotto, and welcome to a quick Bones 6 Kickstarter news video. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, I suggest heading back to the previous videos in this playlist, which you can find in the card and the description below to get caught up. While you're down there, if you enjoy this content, giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel really helps me out. It's much appreciated, and it makes it that much easier for you to stay up to date and for me to keep making these videos. On to today's news. First and foremost, this isn't strictly Bones 6 related, but it is for a good cause. Reaper is currently doing a charity drive for the children and families of the Ukraine. We'll spare you the details of what's happening there, as I'm sure you already know, or could find someone who could do a much better job explaining what's going on than I could. That said, the situation is a great tragedy, and the people there are really going through a lot of hardship and could use some help. And so, in support, Reaper is releasing a miniature for $9.99, that's US dollars, $7.50 of which will be going directly to UNICEF, who will then distribute to Ukrainian families in need. I'll be providing links to this listing in the description if you want to support this campaign. Now, I mostly just wanted to include this news for the worthy cause associated with it, but there was a little bit of Bones 6 news associated with that bird as well. In the background of one of the photos shown of the model, you can see a collection of miniatures that were confirmed for Bones 6. It's very blurry at that distance and hard to make out what all is there, but it would seem this is made up mostly of humanoids, some of which have long weapons, pole arms, etc. Since we have yet to perfect or recreate that TV crime show Enhance, I'm afraid that's all we're going to be able to glean from this photo. But it sure looks like a lot of minis back there. That's good news. Who knows what set they'll end up in. Speaking of which, we got a massive teaser for what sets or expansions are going to be coming in the Bones 6 Kickstarter. Yes, Ron gave us this image, which has multiple shields, which correlate to specific sets and expansions. The middle shield, sporting Reaper's mascot, Mr. Bones, as discussed in the previous video, represent the core set. So anytime you see that shield associated with a stretch goal or other showcase, you'll know it's heading to the core set. Another shield we already know about is the Green Griffin shield. While we have yet to see exactly what's in the set, we've already had the set confirmed by name. I've predicted that it will feature tavern items, some adventurers, and perhaps a few foes. Beyond these, Ron mentioned that one of these shields represents the add-ons. From the wording, it sounds like this shield will be a general purpose shield to represent all miscellaneous add-ons that don't fit in with the other sets. As a reminder, the add-ons are optional purchases. These range everything from encounters to large dragon minis to just a few random little additions that just didn't fit in anywhere else. I reckon the add-on shield is the one in the top corner, that being the one with the little scale. Beyond these hints, we're not super sure about the rest. The Corrid and the other hints of the Fey Realm expansion that have been dropped in previous Bones lives and other Bones discussions do seem to be founded now that we have this top shield with the insect-winged unicorn Pegasus. In the bottom corner, Ron clarified that this insect is indeed a scarab. Despite the many claims to the contrary, this would suggest an Egyptian-inspired set. The iconography is certainly classically similar. As for the other two, well, they're a mystery. What do you think? I'm not too sure about the Raven, but I would guess it ties into one of Reaper's in-universe settings in the same way that Brian Wynn's City of Pirates from Bones 5 did. The demon monster head perhaps is that wandering monster set that has been previously suggested. I would suspect that that goblin that's been given out as promos and said to be included in an expansion set will end up in this expansion set, if not the Green Griffin Tavern as one of the possible foes. Now, this may not be all of the expansion sets we get. We may see more shields incoming, but as it stands, we're looking at 5 expansion sets, plus add-ons, and the core set. Speaking of the core set, we got some new minis confirmed for it, and these look fantastic. The number here is a placeholder, but I would suspect it's not that far off. Not that the Bones 5 core set didn't have highly detailed models, but these already look much fuller in detail than many of the minis you would expect to see in a core set. Hopefully this quality jump afforded by the Bones USA materials and corresponding Bones Black material continues. These dwarves also seem to slot right in alongside the Bones 5 and now out to retail Crypto the Dwarf King. Also, the little blurb here hints at some drow or dark elves along with some other foes to speculate over. And finally for our news today, we got an expanded clip of that dragon shown off previously, and Ron teased us with a final miniature photo, only it was from his phone and it's really hard to see. But, you know what? I've been working on that enhanced technology, and I think I've got it working. So, if I can, I'm going to attempt to show you what was on his phone. Alright, let's give it a shot. Enhance. Illuminating. Alrighty gang, thanks so much for watching. Links of interest will be in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I'll catch you in the next Bones 6 video. Take care, have a good one, and if you got 'em, let's go paint some minis.
Giant ant.